We're live.
What's good, people? I'm Uncle Hotep. He is Hotep Jesus. We're back again. Episode 73 of Hotep's Been Told Ya. We're back every Thursday at 8. Shout out to Lemley. He's joining us live this week. He don't got class. Salute to Lemley not having some class tonight. Hotep Jesus, what's going on, man?
Life is good. Cold ass night today. Dealing with the kids. Soccer practice, you know what I mean? But other than that, life is good, man. We got the snapbacks. They've been going hot. I seen a couple of our fellow Caucasian friends got the flex fit of the dad hat.
Okay.
So that's been going well. If y'all haven't gotten those, make sure y'all get them. It's real healthy support right there for y'all.
The brick came out this week, man.
Oh,
what happened to fall, man?
Nigga, it is so cold. Right? Yo, we had to cancel practice Tuesday. We was like, nah.
I was going to ask you, do you have them kids run out in the cold, man?
Today they was out there. Snotty nose nigga. Huh?
The other day they wasn't? Nah,
we canceled. The other coach, he Caribbean too. He hit me. He was like, yo, you want to cancel practice? I was like, hell yeah, we can. It's cold as shit out here. We black. Nobody built for this shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess we'll get right into it. Your boy YG, man, this guy is holding on to his anti-Trump facade. I guess he's doing shows, and he brought out Stormy Daniels. Like, who dusts off Stormy Daniels? Like, of all the white porn stars, female porn stars, he'll bring her out just so he can do his F Trump.
So that kind of supports what you said last time, where that could have been staged the last time when they had that white dude come up there and kick them off.
That's right. That was YG again, man.
Yeah, so maybe that was staged because he's using this to like prep his songs,
right?
To open up the song, to lead in. So maybe you were right. Maybe that was an act before with that white dude. This Stormy Daniels thing was funny. I was like, man, he doing anything for clout.
Yo, didn't he just get caught? But listen, now that we said that, didn't the paparazzi catch him kissing some chick over in Europe, and he was just supposed to be in a relationship with what's the name? Kalani, whatever.
Kalani.
I wonder, man, if they was like, hey, man, we got some more pictures, man. We got some pictures of you in the room. Now, you want us to release these, or we need you to turn up the heat on Donald Trump? We need you to play that Donald Trump song. We got Stormy Daniels. We got a whole script we got to run with you, YG. And if you don't run it, we're going to release these pictures. What are you going to do?
Yeah. And we got to also remember a lot of these relationships be staged. Right. They don't even be real relationships. These are like industry relationships for relevance and fan crossover purposes.
If you're in an industry relationship, since you were in the industry, do you get industry relationship pussy? I mean, like, if it's a fake relationship, do you get to smash? Or no?
I think they all nasty, so they just want to smash anyway.
Okay.
But it don't be like the seriousness of the relationship of it all. But there's probably some relations happening because these niggas is just nasty like that. Like I feel like Cardi B and Offset's relationships is one of those industry relationships.
Right.
I don't feel like it's real. She handled that cheating way too well. Way too mature.
Like Alicia Keys. But seeing Alicia Keys in Swiss, now that's real because he stalked her ass, man.
Yeah, and that relationship makes sense because they both do beats. They both make music. And
She said she stole him from what's it? What was it?
Mashonda.
Mashonda?
Yeah. Yeah. And Mashonda, I think Mashonda like live with him now or something like that.
They go on vacation together, man.
Yeah. Alicia Keys like to lick the cat too.
Yo, listen. Did you see Alicia Keys with her son?
Yeah. Telling people what happened, man.
Yo, Alicia Keys came out with a public service announcement, talking about bullying the whole nine because, I guess she brought her son into the nail salon, and he didn't want to get. I don't know. She tried to introduce him to get his nails painted rainbow color, whatever. He was like, "No, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna get teased." And she come out, "Why are we gonna tease each other?" Like we shouldn't be teasing kids and stuff like that. But why is she trying to push him getting his nails colored in the first place?
Cause she Illuminati and she got pushed that agenda. And, a lot of these people are, in many ways, pressured to follow along with these trends of being accepted, of the Rainbow Coalition, and a lot of it is virtue signaling too. Like, oh, this happened with my son. Let me go tell the internet about this because I'm gonna get clout tokens for this.
Oh, you know what else happened?
What?
Now, I want people to put it together. She comes out with this, this public service announcement trying to get, she wants her son to wear rainbow fingernails. Then, guess what she got hired to do? She's gonna go to host the Grammys. So people gonna get it? Like, I forgot Lance Johnson. He was like, I don't know what he said. He said, "You gotta put it together. I'm trying to make it clear for y'all." Right. But this is what I think, and this is what I think happens in Hollywood. Like, hey, man, if you do certain things, man, they'll reward you.
Clout tokens.
Clout tokens.
Redeemable at the Grammys. Yeah. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. This is so it could have happened like that, or it could have happened in reverse. She could have said, she could have did that, and they said, "Oh yeah, she's a perfect candidate. Let's call her up. She's down with the agenda." Right? So she proves herself, and then she gets selected again. But her and Gabrielle Union they killing me, man. They are really killing me. These are two quote unquote black women that I used to have some respect for. And outside of their professional work, I don't have much respect for them anymore after these antics. Like, you're not supposed to be doing the stuff they doing, though. At least not in my opinion. Let boys be boys, let girls be girls. And I feel like they really feminizing these kids, man. And it's sad to watch. It's sad to watch because they're celebrities and, quote unquote icons. And that's what people are looking to. A lot of eyes are on them. So when they going along with this bullshit, it's going to trickle down, man. Like, who we got?
Are getting a reality show or something like that, aren't they?
Who?
The Wades.
Yeah, they see what I'm saying. Like the clout tokens is redeemable in Hollywood. I bet you Jay-Z ain't having no rainbow mess with Blue or the other kid he got. I bet you that shit ain't going down.
Got some balls, you know what I mean? I mean, not literally, but she got at least got some sense. You know,
that's why I said we can't toss the Hove dynasty out yet. We got
not because of him though.
You said what?
It's because of her. She, you know what I mean? She
don't
want to be like out here looking simple, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. They're not having that.
They got a little strong family behind them. You know what I mean? Their mother, their father is still around. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, the Knowles are like black royalty or something, Qatar royalty and shit.
Boy, all the except when she tried to talk about that vegan food and the black community said, "Get that bullshit out of here."
She should have eased that. If they wanted to do that, she should have eased it on them, man. You can't just come out and pop up like, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all
She
eating
had to
vegan.
like, I'm gonna try some vegan meals here, you know, one, you know what I mean? Then sneak it up on them, and then people would follow. But when she went cold turkey, man, them shines wasn't ready for that.
That goes to show you that she don't got as much power as they thought. That white man, that chicken got more power than anybody. That fried chicken is so powerful, it'll make you turn your back on Beyonce and whoop your mama ass in Popeyes. That's how strong that chicken is. Chicken might be stronger than the white man.
The chicken is the one.
They said
Disney Plus, man. People getting Disney Plus, man.
Yeah, I see them buying into Pedo Network, Pedo Plus. Y'all all should be ashamed of yourselves.
Look, these people, they want to relive their childhood. All of them Disney, I was, you know, I came up the era like G.I. Joe, Transformers, and then, you know, I was in high school. I went to college. I went to, you know, service. You know what I mean? I wasn't really, you know, I wasn't into that TV shit. You know what I mean? But the generations after me, it seemed like they was in love with the Disney Channel. I'm like, they was naming off these shows. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? I'm like, how do y'all even watch? How they even have time to watch all this shit?
Look, I love the DuckTales. I love the Darkwing Duck. I love the Gargoyles. I'm a grown ass man, dog. Fuck, I look like reliving my childhood. It's mostly women too. I saw, you know, women are really like grown children. So,
here you go.
I mean, they are. Women are basically adult 6-year-olds. So, you know, they love nostalgia. Everything nostalgic with women, you can get them to buy in. That's their profile axiom, is what we call it in the marketing world. You know, and you could target them based upon these needs and wants. Or I should say wants. But yeah, man, like, you'd be ashamed of yourself buying Disney. I can see if you say, yo, you know, the kids, they want to catch up with their cartoons or whatever. You grown as I looked at that thread. I was like, it's grown ass folks buying in a Pedo Network. It's crazy, man.
That's more streams, man.
Yeah. So is Marvel going in? Is Marvel going to be on that?
All the Marvel joints are on Disney.
So now we got Disney, Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, YouTube, Apple. Who else got content? Facebook. Did I say Facebook?
No.
Facebook. These are our streaming platforms. So I guess well, Facebook's is free. You're not paying for that, so it doesn't really count. Apple's coming into the streaming space heavy. It's gonna be interesting to watch how this plays out. I think Netflix gets bought out. I don't think Netflix survives.
No, I don't think Apple makes it, man. Like they come out with a show about a bunch of blind people and they birth some people that are kids that can see, and the kids that can see are evil in the world and shit. I'm like, come the fuck on, man. I'm like,
but Apple has something that Netflix doesn't have, and that's cash reserves, right? Like technically, Apple could take a loss in their streaming service for the next 10, 20, 30, 100 years because they got like billions of dollars in cash reserves. So they don't have a problem just sitting around and waiting until Netflix runs out of money, you know, and then Netflix has to get bought out. But I think Netflix gets bought out by like somebody like Apple who can't compete on the content tip. But I don't see Netflix surviving on their own because everybody's just going to pull their content away. Disney's going to pull their content away, put it on their own platform. And that's kind of like how it's going to go. So it's going to come down to individual creators is what's holding Netflix up right now. Individual creators like Issa Rae, Dave Chappelle, and everybody else. Stand-up comedy is holding Netflix down hard. And then some of the shows that they got. But once those licenses end, like look what they did to the Black Mirror series. Black Mirror was popping, right? And the they bought the rights, and then in the very first episode, what happened? You got two black men kissing and shit. You know what I mean? Like, so like Netflix can't do it. They can't make it. That's my prediction.
I think Netflix is joining forces with I think they signed a contract with WB or something.
Oh, okay.
So they're going to get all their back catalog and be able to put their on that.
That's not bad.
Yeah, some people were hype. I didn't know any of the shows, but
exactly.
I see people hype up it like, oh, Netflix ain't going out without a fight. No, I'm like, people up there taking. Here we go. We're gonna have console wars all over again. Now people are gonna be siding with streaming services to fucking, hey man, Netflix over here. I'm team Netflix. I'm team Disney. I'm like, oh Disney and chill. Like, yo, goddamn kids movies.
They don't take
Smash now. Oh, you know what? That's probably work for all the people that dress up. What do they call them? Dress up people?
Who?
The people that dress up nowadays.
Drag queens?
Cosplay. People are gonna be cosplaying Disney characters all night and screwing fucking.
Damn. Fuck it, forget it. I was gonna say something. I totally forgot. But I think WB. What do they got? Like Wayne's Brothers? The Wayne's show. They got the Wayne's Brothers show. Like we got to think back what was on like UPN 9 back in the day. That was like a Warner Brother collab, UPN 9 back then.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's basically like you was blocked out with black shows from like 9 to 11 or something like that.
I remember that era.
Yeah, and then it was too much nigga stuff on TV, and they got rid of that shit, and it got bought out. But I think that was the WB Frog era.
Okay.
Yeah. So
let me read these super chats. Lemley, my class got canceled tonight, so I can catch the live stream while it's actually happening. Shout out to Lemley. Lemley again. YG is going to be so sad in a few years when Trump is out of office. He won't have anything to do for clout because no one streams his single or albums. It's true. Hotep Augustine. I wouldn't pass YG the shield to the man. Lemley again. John, Disney Plus is going to be the kid stuff. Hulu would have to be the mature content service. Thanks everybody coming through. 146 in the room. Please hit that share button. Please hit that thumbs up. Somebody put the store links in the room. Get yourself the official Hotep Nation brim king crown on your head. Go get that. You need that for Christmas. You need that for Thanksgiving. Go get you some lids.
I'm waiting on Ice Bay to send me her pic. She got a beanie.
Okay.
I'm waiting for her to deliver. When that shit hit, man, it's gonna be mayhem.
Is that all she gonna be wearing, or she gonna have clothes
on? Hopefully that's all she's wearing.
Shout out to Ice Bay.
Real talk.
What else happened, man? Your boy Tariq. Oh, wait. Maj.
Yeah.
It was a big stink up. And what was the Libertarian convention? They have a convention every year, I guess.
Chad, what was it? The Libertarian Pack. What is it? Chad gonna put it in the box. Yeah, but some libertarian shit. I remember last year when I was a mercenary for the conservatives, the libertarians was talking to me like, oh, you need to get down with libertarianism. You're more centric, da 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 da. And I was like, man, y'all ain't nothing but some bitch made niggas. Because, I mean, seriously, like when you look at the libertarian values, it's basically conservatism. It's just that they scared, right? So, for example, if I wanted to run for office, right? If Hotep Jesus ran today for office and I said, yo, I'm going to run as a Democrat, everybody that follows me will be like, all right, we off the Hotep Jesus Trump train. I mean, Hotep Jesus train, right? Because they MAGA'd out. Now, if I went Republican, then black people wouldn't vote for me because they'd be like, oh, you want some Brandon Tatum shit. So the safe bet is to go libertarian. I never like playing it safe. I always like taking a risk. Either we gonna win or we gonna die, right? We're not playing it safe. Not in competition at least. So investing is different, obviously. But so yeah, I don't understand. So let's talk about what happened with Maj. Maj had a donor call him up and say, "Hey, I'm not donating to you because I don't think you're gonna win the election." And he was like, "All right, I didn't even ask you for no money. Like, what the fuck?" So Maj wanted to get off his chest, and he mentioned he put a recap of the conversation on Facebook, I believe, and then the guy saw it, but he didn't even put the guy's name in nothing. So the guy outed himself, and then I guess the guy made a phone call and got Maj removed as keynote speaker for this libertarian event. Did he put it in there? National convention keynote. Yeah, it's a national convention. So this is the big one. This is the big convention. And so they ousted him. They gave him the Hotep Jesus TPUSA treatment. I mean, all this comes down to is the fact that he's not gay, right? That's what we're talking about here. Like these white people that sit in these offices, they want you to kiss the ring. And when you strong black man and you're not down to kiss the ring, they gotta block you out. That's what that should come down to. I mean, look at Brandon Tatum. Look at how hard he be shucking and jiving and tap dancing. I feel bad for dude. Like, I really like dude. I really like Brandon. I think he's a good guy. And he be shucking and jiving, tap dancing, and they still don't give him a look. Who they go for? They go for Rob Smith. Right? They go for the safe gay guy. And that's just what it is. Like, if you're gay or you're effeminate, you're wrong. Like, look at Terrence Williams. I think Terrence Williams is funny, but his whole entire act is acting like a black woman. If you're white and you don't think that Terrence Williams acts like a black woman, you don't understand black culture. But what you're laughing at is a man acting like a black woman. Am I lying, Uncle Hotep? Am I lying? Is his act not a black woman?
Yeah, that's their shtick.
Okay, that's his shtick. So as long as you willing to be effeminate, they'll put you on. But when you Maj Toure and you masculine, they gotta send you to the back of the bus. You gotta use the other fountain. You gotta use the colored only fountain. That's how it go.
Now maybe this is kind of what the gropers were battling, beefing with TPUSA. They're making, excusing them of, pushing people's, sexuality ahead of, of ideas. Maybe this is, the rebranding of, the same way as they're trying to rebrand conservatism, to be this all-encompassing thing, that has, the Ralph Smiths and the ABLs of the world all on the same team. Maybe that's what, Maj shook the tables a little bit, and here they come. I guess he probably should have expected this. They were going to a guy with his own message, his own wave. Nobody's backing him, but he has a following, pretty strong following, and with the right push, he could really be out there. But as you can see, they're careful with around him. Charlemagne and them don't want him up there. You know what I'm saying? Ebro and them don't want him up there because the right push can get him, can push him like to high levels. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's sad to see, but he ain't gonna stop. He's gonna grind harder. You know what I'm saying?
Like Maj say, man, it's the rank and file cats that keep us in business. It's the rank and file cats that keep Hotep's Been Told You show going every week. It's not the establishment. That's why I be upset when people be like on everybody dick that's on, Fox News around the clock. If you see somebody on Fox News around the clock all the time and always getting a look, that ain't the revolution, y'all. The revolution would not be televised. You know what I'm saying? It's the people that's not getting the look that you need to be paying attention to. And Maj Toure is doing it very much so grassroots without a big push. You know, I feel like Maj Toure, if the world was righteous, he would be on tour with Charlie Kirk and be, you know, that face of the black community. Like if I had to select somebody to be the face of the black community, I'd select Maj Toure. I wouldn't select any of these other dudes because Maj gonna keep it real. You know what I mean? He's gonna give you the real black experience, and he's gonna you know call it right down the middle where a lot of these cats are just saying anything for clout. Anything for them retweets, anything for them super chats. You know, they don't want to offend their base. You saw uh CJ Pearson backpedal today?
No, did he pack metal off the Nick thing?
Yeah.
Oh man. CJ, I had so much hope for you.
I told you that nigga ain't
See that tweet? I was like, oh shit, I quote tweeted and everything. I was like, okay, CJ throwing a line in the sand.
nope, he backpedaled that, took that back. Conservative Inc. made that call. They said, look, little boy, if you want to have a future in this thing, you might want to take that back. And he sure as hell, somebody tagged me in it. It was like, look, CJ back down. I was like, Hotep's been told you.
How you think they called him? You think, yo, CJ, man, you really jumped out the window with this bullshit. you following the wrong racist, man.
Yo, I know I spoke to somebody last night, not Mars, somebody else last night. And remember Bill Pulte? Doing a philanthropy. So Bill Pulte had a lot of backlash. People saying he wasn't getting paid. So somebody made a video. This person made a video about him not getting paid. And some of these right-wing people called up this dude, I ain't saying no names, paid him his money and said, can you take that video down? Damn. And because the dude he was like, yo, I want my money. Like, what the fuck? Like, you said you was going to pay me. Like, where's my money? So they came around quietly and said, yo, we'll give you the money, but you got to take the video down. So he took it down and he took the money. And this is somebody, you know, I'm going to tell you off air who that person was. But it kind of show you like what's going on behind these scenes, man. It's a lot of payola, you know, and so you know that DM came to Mr. Pearson. All they did, I'm telling you what they did. They hit that share button. It said send via direct message, his own tweet. Yo, I had it happen to me before. I had a tweet that was a little anti-ally. And one of our allies in New York hit me up, one of our kosher allies, and he said, yo, this tweet is something, something, something. And I was about to start arguing with him. I said, you know what? Let me delete this tweet for this nigga put me on this nigga put me on the watch list and shit. So I played it real cordial, like, oh, I'm sorry, bro. I had no idea. Oh, it's not kosher. My bad. You know, I played it like that. I deleted the tweet or whatever because I didn't feel like arguing with him. And really, I was just co-signing somebody else's tweet. It wasn't even like it was like one of my own thoughts. It was more like I was like, yeah, talk about that shit. And he came back. You know who that guy is? That guy is such and such. I could probably find that DM. I'm gonna find it while we talking, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what was said.
Damn, so CJ walked it back, man.
Yeah, he better have. He want to keep. If he want to be the new Barack Obama, he better walk it back.
That just shows you CJ. He got some high aspirations, I guess, or he would have took a stand. But
CJ is going to be a very successful politician one day. Very successful. I mean, he's just so well groomed and polished and cookie cutter. It's exactly what the establishment wants, and he's willing to do it. Here it is. I found it. He said, this is a lie, right? and he posted the tweet. Damn, I think he got rid of the account. The account ain't even there no more. That damn, see. So he said, "Guy is a racist. Look at his timeline. Please undo RT." So I just retweeted it. I didn't even say anything. It was just a retweet. Okay. So I said, "Show me." He said, "Don't have time now, but Leo Frank was lynched. Catch you later." And I was like, and then it says, pin tweet, anyone pinning this on the Old South. Then he posted a link to the Washington Post. And I said, okay. And I just undid the retweet. Like, I ain't got time to be arguing with y'all about what I'm retweeting. But this is what happens, man. When them allies talk, y'all better listen, bro. Hey, listen, y'all. If I ever do something, coach, just let me know. I delete the tweet. We ain't gonna have no problems. Y'all not getting an apology, but I ain't got no problem. That's like that one time, Daily Beast or one of them people, who was it? I forget who it was, but one of them hit me up and said, "Yeah, you got some real suspect tweets up here." And I said, "Oh yeah, read them to me." So as he's reading them, I'm deleting them. So we got off the call. I said, all this shit was off the record. So we got off the phone. He gonna DM me, "You deleted the tweets." I said, "What tweets?" Y'all about to get me caught up out here, nigga. I don't know. My name Bennett and I ain't in it.
A couple super chats. JP Hives, they all believe in government daycare versus doing for yourself. $5 donation, thank you. Chad Lamont, my wife doesn't understand why Unc laughs so hard every episode. Unc never stopped laughing until she's laughing with us. All right, no problem. Hotep Augustine, 499. CJ Pearson is training to be on the wrong side of the establishment. He'll be eating kosher in no time.
He better. He want to keep his job. Yo, he's probably gonna be a senator, man.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man. Senator might be a good play for him.
Yo, he's so good, I might want to vote for him. It's so good.
Stephen Miller, man.
Yeah,
he got brought up in the news, man.
Mm-hmm.
Saying he was quoting racist materials in his emails. They count the number of times he quoted the materials, all about immigration and stuff like that. These white folks, they serious about immigration, man. That the gropers, Stephen Miller, they want to end all immigration, legal immigration, illegal immigration, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. Damn, I'm trying to figure out what I could say without getting the YouTube flagged.
Well, let me just say this. I think, why don't they ever take the argument? I'm always will take let's take the position where they can't, accuse you of racism or anything else. Like, if a country says they need legal immigrants because they need a certain profession to be filled and stuff like that, some of these are high-end jobs, some are low end, they're all the span. But if you're saying that some of these high-end jobs or whatever, why wouldn't you look to your native population to fill these jobs? Now, if you're saying our native population, which I mean Americans, aren't skilled enough to fill these jobs fast enough, then why aren't we training our own people, American citizens, to fill these jobs instead of like these HB1, M1s? I don't know what all the legal terms for these legal migrant statuses and stuff. But why wouldn't they do that? Why wouldn't like the Stephen Millers and the gropers? Why wouldn't they advocate for that? I don't hardly ever hear them say that. All they say is demographics is destiny. They're sitting worried about they're going to turn all the states blue. I mean, like it don't matter that red blue dynamic, man. They're all the same team anyway. But I wish they would keep it to the jobs, man, because you can get the normies behind that. It's going to be a hard time to get the normies behind the quote unquote racist you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great point. You know, that's a great angle that it could come at it at. Personally, you know, I don't know, I'd probably get canceled for this, but I wouldn't hire an American to do a job. They too spoiled, you know. I wouldn't hire a woman, especially not a white woman, for certain positions because they complain too much. They're really problematic. You know, you might end up with a Me Too moment. They're crybabies, and it's just too stressful. You know, I go get me a dude from India or Russia. That's gonna be a really good hire, right? The Indian dude, he gonna see you slacking off, and I'm gonna say, "Yo, hip dish, can you handle this work?" Okay, no problem. I handle 2 jobs. I can do 2 jobs. I work all night, all day. I work all night, all day. They got no problem. So you get more workforce for your dollar. Because them dudes is used to working 18 hours a day in India in the field. They come here and got air conditioning. I work all night. I don't need no sleep.
Oh man, come on, man. You need to cut it out.
I don't need no sleep. I sleep when I die. That's how they moving. Americans are spoiled. I would not want to hire an American.
Real Madrid says immigrants are hungrier.
Yeah.
Have Americans lost the hunger?
Yeah, we're spoiled, bro. We're a very bad hire. I've worked with Americans and I've worked with foreigners as startups. And the foreigners are really fun to work with. The Americans are really bad coworkers. They really bother me. They really do. They're territorial, they're vindictive, they're full of envy, they're lazy, they're spoiled. Whereas, you know, when I work with like the Russian dude who was a programmer in my last job, he was like my favorite guy, you know. He sat right across from me, and me and him, we would kick it. It's funny because me and him would talk and we'd see problems with the startup and we'd agree on it. And he'd be like the product guy, you know, he's handling the iterations of the code of the product. And then he'd be like, why doesn't anybody else get this? And I'm like, yo, bro, I don't know, man. And he's like, this is common sense. I'm like, welcome to America, bro. Like, they stupid. Like, you know, and then the same thing me and him talked about October 1st, we're implementing December 1st after somebody else, you know, finally gives in. You know, it's just it comes down to Americans and their selfish wants. You know, it's not about what's right for the company. It's about, you know, what's right for me as an employee, as opposed to, you know, what's going to make this product better. You know, like for example, let's say you're a copywriter, right? And we have this great idea, you know, we sit down with this great idea, but this great idea requires hours of copywriting. You might be like, oh no, this is a bad idea. But you're only saying that because the workload falls on you. You know what I mean? So a lot of people will argue down the work just because they don't want to do it, as opposed to saying this is good for the company, you know? And then when the black guy says it, you know, like I pulled the feminists aside. This little girl's right out of college. And I said to her, you know, when you're writing these blogs, you know, you should write in a certain way, da da da. This bitch gonna talk about I'm mansplaining. Like, so I go back to the big boss. I'm like, yo, I can't really work with this girl. You know, she over here talking about she not gonna take direction from me. This kosher motherfucker gonna tell me, oh, well, you gotta just figure it out. No, nigga, I just came to you and told you she not listening to me. What are you want me to go back to this feminist and force myself on her so she can catch me with a Me Too lawsuit? You know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck is wrong with these people? But I'm a dude, you gotta remember. So I said, you ever ran a blog before? Oh, I did one with my last travel company. No, I said, have you ever run your own blog before? No, I was like, yo, I had a blog doing 1 million hits a month. You know what I mean? Like, this is like, I know how to make a blog pop. You know, I got a blog post right now that's doing 100,000 hits and got massive comments on hotepnation.com, you know, and there's a certain way you got to write. For example, with SEO, there's this thing called a Yoast plugin for WordPress. She never even seen a Yoast plugin before. She's like, what's this? I was like, look, you do this, this, and this, and when the lights turn green, that means your SEO is good. If it's not all green, it's fine, but as long as we got a couple of greens, it's good. Why does it have to be green? Oh my God, bitch, shut the fuck up and just listen, yo. And that's that American shit. Where if it was a foreigner, they say, okay, you want me to press this? When green good? Okay, good, let's go. That's it. We done. Americans are terrible, man. Too much privilege.
You know, I will say I worked with a few Russian men and women. I will say I would say I was able to get along with them easier than American whites, where they were more forthcoming. You know, like I don't really go out my way anyway. You know what I mean? To be friends with people. You know, when I'm working.
Yeah.
But you know, they were a little bit more. And I didn't have no that you mentioned it, but yeah, they like if it was American, like what I always felt that I don't know, they were on their pins and needles. I don't know if they were thinking I was going to be like, oh, he might I have to watch what I say around. He might think everything I'm saying is racist or something like that. You know, it was like kind of
Yeah.
like on guard about this shit. Where the Russians like they weren't from here, and so that all that I guess American history wasn't really on them, so they didn't really have. They were like, man, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I got from working with Russians.
Yeah, Americans are mad scary in the workplace, man. I'm just like, yo, relax, calm down. Like, we a team. And
yeah, I guess it's a cultural thing, and you're scaring the malls out of the chat room. One
why
session,
what they said?
because you said you wouldn't hire him. This girl said that she a single mother, worked 3 jobs, had raised 6 kids, and I'm out of here.
She said that?
It's in the chat.
Where? I'm a black woman been on. Wait. Where is that?
Hold
I'm
on,
sorry.
up a little bit.
Up a little bit before the super chat.
Yeah, before the super chat, Monica Raybon, man. Okay, single white female, raised 6 alone, worked my tail off on 3 jobs. I'm out. And you're sitting there calling this white woman lazy.
Oh, see, I wasn't talking about her. I should have specified it's these millennials, right? Like she's probably an older woman. I think the boomer generation got some good work ethic. Even the generation after the boomers got some good work ethic, which is my generation. But the millennials and these Zers or Xers or whatever the fuck this shit is, oh, these little bitches are spoiled.
Yeah, definitely. The ones today are definitely spoiled, man.
She said she got how many kids?
She has 6, man.
And you single? You fucked up somewhere, lady.
Her husband died. They don't even ever know, man.
You fucked up somewhere, lady. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Having excruciating circumstances.
keep your pussy to yourself.
No, I mean she could have lost her husband.
Well, barring that, barring extreme circumstances, keep your pussy to yourself. I really don't have remorse for women who end up single. You know, I don't. I feel like you should have picked a better mate. And
Well, I don't think it's necessarily a dig anymore. You know, she's saying that like, motherfucker, I did it myself, nigga. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of them now are proud to they don't even go out and get a kid. They're saying, I ain't want no goddamn husband. I don't want no boyfriend. He ain't gonna have no, you know what I mean? It's just gonna be me.
Well, she gonna be working them 6 jobs then. I don't give a fuck about your shit. Go work your 6 jobs then, you dumbass. Like these new chicks, like they be single before the baby get here sometimes. You see a chick, she be like, oh, single mom. This big old belly. I'm like, yo, the baby ain't get here. He out already. Bad pussy management. I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for people and they bad mistakes. Live and you learn. Shout out to your little niggas though. I hope they grow up well.
Lemley, $5 cancel Hotep Jesus party. He promotes workplace discrimination. Mary O'Donnell, $10 donation. Welcome up, Mary. No mall here. Loving the Hoteps.
You know who's great employees?
Who?
Black men. Black men are great employees. Let me tell you, because a lot of them don't get opportunity. So when you put them in a position, they get the job done. They get it. They do it right. They kind of work on pins and needles, make sure that they, you know what I mean? They'll come and ask, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Da, 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 da. You find that they're really good employees. I think they become bad employees when you don't give them trust. Like the minute you show a nigga that like you think he's stealing, he's going to steal from you now, right? But if you hand him the keys to your Maserati and say, yo, go to the store, you know what I mean? Look at my bag, take the money out of there, and you give him full trust, he coming back with your exact change down to the penny. He might wash the car before he bring it back. I seen it before. I remember we hired this dude. I felt so bad, right? Because this guy came to get a job. This one I was working for 50, and they said they interviewed him. They wanted me to do the last interview. You know what I mean? Black guy to black guy. So I said, all right, cool. So they said, do you want us to sit in on the meeting? I said, nah, y'all can go. I got this. You know what I mean? Close the door. I said, what's good, homie? So we start kicking it, da, 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 da. You know, I'm getting his background. So we finished and they came back. They said, what position you think would be good for him? I said, at the time we were doing, you know, one shot, one give back to Africa. So I said, we should really have him handle our charity outreach, you know, and start doing some philanthropic deeds and marketing initiatives to give back to the community and so on and so forth for PR. And they were like, okay. They came back a week later and they put him on the truck to do sample handouts. Basically, you on the street, got your gloves, got your jacket, and you handing out samples. I'm like, yeah, you gave him a nigga job. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, cool. So I watched him and he just did that job with no complaints. Knowing he got dicked, he still did the job with no complaints. I was like, yo, he's one of our best employees, man. I remember one time, so he was a brother. Then we had another brother who was more of the Brandon Tate, more like an ABL type dude, black dude. And I told him, I was like, yo, we got execution on Saturday. Saturday come around, he's supposed to drop off the stuff for the execution. He talking about, oh, I'm off the clock. I ain't working today. But if I spoke to my other boy from you know what I'm saying, my homie from around the way and shit, then he was working 2 o'clock in the morning, he just pop up. You know what I mean? So I feel like black men are a really good hire. I would discriminate against women though. I don't want to work with women. They're just too much of a liability.
Hotep Mike Pence.
like for example, right? I had a manager, right? Right. Now, my manager didn't even make it past 30 days, bro. First of all, I said, yo, we got a whole bunch of deals coming through. This is post Rogan. We got a whole bunch of deals coming through. This is how you should handle it. She like, look, I ain't got time. So you're going to have to pay this service and pay that service. And then when they hit this button, it'll automatically schedule a meeting. I was like, I think you should probably be having these phone calls and then we'll schedule the meeting. She wanted me to go through the software. So I said, all right, fine. You know, you ain't got time. So I set up the software. No closings. We made $0 through her. I get an email from somebody who wanted to hire me for a gig. I hit her. I said, yo, hit these people. They want to pay me right now for consultation. Just close the deal. I don't hear from her. 2 weeks later, she hit me up. Oh, I had a breakup with my boyfriend, so I got depressed. I'm like, yo, I helped you with your own business for 2 to 3 years for free. You couldn't work for me for 30 days. And you didn't even call and tell me what was up. You was dodging my calls. You was MIA missing because you was heartbroken. Like, that's why I wouldn't hire a woman. Like, a man wouldn't do that. He would know to be like, yo, I got to do my job. I might be heartbroken, but we're going to get this work done. This female like, oh, I'm heartbroken. Fuck out of here, yo. Repeal the 19th. King misogyny. Fuck it. Cancel me.
Your boy Tariq Nasheed, man, stepped in it. First of all, let me say he blocked me again, man. I don't know what happened.
What?
Yeah, he blocked me again. I don't know
what you do. What you say?
I didn't say anything. I didn't. Only thing I did was retweet his tweets, and he did like some of the expression I was sending his way because I see it. One thing I get about my account, I don't know. I got to figure out how I make money for myself, but I be retweeting other people. I just link and people just be like reading that shit. I guess because I fucking retweeted. I'm like, don't fucking relax. And they would, I guess they was getting on his shit or getting in his mentions, but anyway, he blocked me. But now Yvette and Tone, ADOS, the leaders, de facto leaders, he got beef with them, man.
Yeah.
They're Yvette was accusing Tariq of wave riding. He's saying they're the ones putting in the work. ADOS was just out at the Supreme Court. They was out there protesting. I think the bull was out there too. What's his name, John? The dude with all the networks.
Byron Allen.
Yeah, Byron Allen. White man tried to put his foot on the neck. So, Tariq is coming up with he calls his group, he calls his foundational Black Americans or Africans, foundational Black Americans. He meaning basically the same thing as ADOS, except without the slavery thing attached to it.
Native niggas.
So they're kind of mad at Tariq. Now, I guess he's raised $100,000 for his conference. Now, people are accusing Tariq of stealing money. Now, I'll say this. ADOS isn't going to get it done alone. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have different conferences with different groups of people to get whatever they want to get done. And it shouldn't just be foundational Black Americans. And it shouldn't just be focused on, quote unquote reparations or getting a goddamn check. Yvette had put up a video of Tariq saying, they asked him years ago about reparations. And, Tariq, he said the old funny one, like, man, you give these jokers 10,000 on Monday, it'd be going by Friday. He said it'd be going by Friday. You know what I'm saying? What needs to happen, while one group works on, the political thing, you can have conferences on financial freedom. Have conferences on how to get your kids better grades or how to get them in better schools. All these things that I think ADOS should be doing, because it can't just be focusing on this quote one thing when we need so much other stuff to improve ourselves and improve our culture. They just think, I get the vibe that all our problems will be solved if we get some money. Well, what if the man don't give you no money? What have they all gained? You should take the time where you have this, because they have a group together, and more people are recognizing ADOS and trying to come under that umbrella, take advantage of this, and try to improve the culture somewhat. That's what I think they should be doing.
Yeah, but everybody in this shit for themselves. That's why they arguing, like me and you, like before we got on here, right? We was talking about a certain someone on Twitter that I don't fuck with, but I don't take that shit public. Like, you just not gonna get my airtime on the timeline,
right?
You know what I mean? You hear about it if you hear about it, but I don't be in these other people's business. But these people are selfish, man. They going through like a power struggle. Who's gonna be the new Malcolm X? Who's gonna be the new Martin Luther King Jr.?
I definitely do feel it's a power struggle. I definitely do feel, I think Tariq was a little I don't know, a little jealous of Yvette and Tone, you know what I mean? But he's a little opportunistic too, you know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
think he just looked at it, oh, I can flip ADOS to FBA, you know what I'm saying? I can have a couple conferences and do it like that, you know what I mean? But I don't think Tariq was like, I don't know if he was trying to steal money by that conference or anything. And I'm trying to say I don't think he was trying to do harm, but I think he was trying to grift off of Yvette and Toe.
He's stealing from the black community. Every time he releases a new DVD, he's stealing from the black community. Anytime you get a black community something they don't need, you stealing from them, right? So he gonna have his new conference, and what's gonna be there? What you gonna say at this conference? What's he really gonna? And if you gonna have a conference, just put this shit on. You raising money, like that's some Sean King shit. Oh, let me raise some money just in case this shit don't sell out. You know what I mean? Like either the shit gonna work or it's not, bro. Stop trying to like play it safe. You know, raising money. You raising $100,000. What kind of conferences you having that you need $100,000? You trying to do this shit in a big ass convention or some shit? Like, it's just like ridiculous. Like that's not what the black people need. You need to take $100,000 and put it into a black startup. You can take $100,000 and put, $10,000 in 10 startups or $20,000 in 5 startups. That's the type of shit that needs to be happening. We don't need to be having these conferences unless these conferences are going to be based around startups. If you're not talking startups, you ain't talking black liberation. If you ain't talking startups, you ain't talking white liberation. If you ain't talking startups, you ain't talking American liberation. Startups are the I would say the building blocks or the first steps of economic naturalism, aka capitalism. That's what America is built on, man. New business, small business, and then growing. And that's someplace that most Americans fail. I'm not down for another. I remember one time I went to they had a natural hair show in Atlanta, right? And I was like, yeah, we're gonna go down here, I'm gonna be with my sisters, the queens, you know what I mean? Da. I got down there and the biggest booth was owned by a white man and he was selling weave. And the line was around the corner. I said, yo. I said, the white man in the natural hair show selling fake hair to natural sisters, and he got the biggest booth wrapped in the line wrapped all around the corner. All the women coming to get their hair from the white man. I said, "Yo, I'm done. I can't even do this shit no more." It was the Talia Wajid natural hair show. This was like years ago when I first started growing my locks, and I was on my back to Africa shit. You know what I'm saying? And when I saw that shit, I was like, man, I'm done with this shit. and it's the funny part is when we have Hotep Con, it's gonna be whiter than a Trump rally. Because it's like these color games that people are playing actually work against us. You know, like there needs to be more cooperation between whites and blacks than there is separation, because we're the targets. We're the targets, man. But when I look at conservatism and I look at liberals, I see that liberals own more small business real estate than the conservatives do. Conservatives are more like the type to they'll have a business, construction work, good trade or something like that. But as far as being in tech, like conservatives don't know shit about tech. They not in the crypto, they not in the AI, so they're gonna get left behind, And I feel like conservatives and in the quote unquote black community, they need to get with the future, or the left is gonna own all of that shit.
Yeah. Not for nothing. Tariq is, his new documentary is going to be about?
What?
Buck breaking.
Oh my God.
How you going to do a whole documentary on that, man?
See what I'm saying, yo? It's like this movie. What's it called? Uh, Queen and Slim movie.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That shit problematic, bro. Like if you would have caught me on my black extremist tip, I probably been like, yeah, this is great. But now, wise Hotep Jesus, I'm like, yo, this is problematic, yo. This shit start off with a black dude popping a white police officer. I said, oh no, have mercy. This is not gonna be good. Black people gonna love it. They're gonna eat it up. But think about how much that one scene can divide the nation. And then now they running away from the cops the whole time after they done popped the white man. And I'm just like, yo, and it's written by a black woman.
And plus, you'll have people trying to enact that out. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's crazy. I can't. You can't watch some of that stuff like that buck breaking. Like how you watch that? You can pop some popcorn. Like, hey, the white man wearing their asses out. Like literally, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell is that, man? Can't do it, man. Oh, look, he tearing his ass up right
now. I think he like it. Was that a moan?
Super chats. Black Mountain Hotep, $10. Thank you. Salute the gods, Hotep. Black Mountain Hotep. Black men care, education and responsibilities are excellent workers. We definitely have to too bad a rap to fail. We work to prove everyone wrong, especially black felons. We can strive the most. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a true story.
We got something to prove.
Black Mountain Hotep, $2. Thank you. Respect Uncle Hotep for dropping knowledge. Thank you, Black Mountain Hotep. Chad, didn't Tariq try to rip off BGM? Who's BGM?
Black Guns Matter.
Oh, did he?
Well, that was last year when Maj Toure was like, yo, I'm gonna come out to Compton and see you. In that video of me, him, and Carl and Joe.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So Maj got him.
I forgot about that. Yo, he looked like Tariq was talking all they threatened me all.
Yeah. But it's hard, huh?
Nah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. But it's hard out here as a black man working with white liberals. I got another story, right? So I was working at this one startup and busting my ass. I was younger then. And something happened and they pulled me in the office and they said, we think you're stealing. And I just broke down into tears. I really broke down. I started crying because I was like, damn, y'all doing this shit again? Y'all again? Like I had to deal with this shit my whole life and y'all accusing me of stealing. So I walked out the office and shit. And I had a meeting later with the big boss. So the big boss gets on the phone and he like, you can come clean now. And I was like, I have nothing to come clean about. So he calls up the chief of police in New York City on the phone while I'm sitting there. And he says to the guy, did you finish the investigation? The guy said, oh, we're still working on it, blah, 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 blah. So I guess that was like his scare tactic. And he hung up, and I just looked at him like, bruh, like, I don't got to steal from y'all. But, the white liberal, they are some racist people, man. It's hard out here for a black man, yo. You bust your ass and then they turn around and accuse you of stealing. It's a sick world, man.
Yeah, definitely sick. MAGA Challenge is back. White House. Jimmy Kimmel made a diss video of all the trash ones. I didn't really see any of the new ones coming back around, But I know Kimmel didn't show any black MAGAs. You know what I mean? But that makes me
He did.
Oh, did he? There was one in there?
Two.
There was two.
They're just a little ambiguous blacks.
Oh man, they don't count, man.
Oh, you talk about you wanted some chocolate up in there.
Yeah, man. There was some dark skinned niggas, man, who had that MAGA.
They Hotep with it had a MAGA freestyle. He ain't play that. He didn't even call Bryson Gray by his real name. He called the nigga B Serious.
But that shows me that they don't want they're really still careful about the black vote in Trump. They don't want to show, they didn't even want to show a whole bunch of black folks spitting, because black folks ain't supposed to be supporting Trump. So even though we have the lowest black unemployment of all time under this president.
Yeah. And so that's what I was saying, that's exactly what I was saying, why this was a bad idea, right? Because they're going to cherry pick. What you see, and they're going to just make you look bad. And when I saw that shit, I was crying. When they put them clips together, she said, one chick, she's like, Trump's policies are so grand. I was like, yo, why they got her up here, yo? It's really an embarrassing moment for the Trump administration. But that's why I said, yo, this is a bad idea. This is no different than Hillary Clinton bringing out Jay-Z and Beyonce to perform for her. Like, stop that. Stop trying to play the liberal game, because you're just gonna look stupid. And they're not gonna highlight the people. They're not gonna highlight Bryson Gray, who created it. They're not gonna play his version, which is actually a really good song. They're gonna skew it. That's why you got to be more strategic. See, if you would have had the Hoteps, we could have executed this for you, right? We could have executed this and it to look respectable. We just said, look, we're going to hand select the people that are going to do this. It would have been all fire ass freestyles from chocolate niggas. So if Kimmel would have wanted to bring something up, he would have had to put some chocolate faces on the screen. But y'all let that shit go out there in the world and let it be whatever it is, and now y'all look stupid.
Yeah,
them your peoples.
Fuck them, let them rap, man. I don't give a fuck,
man. Yo, if they don't do this event right, the White House, this could be really bad, man. I seen some black people rapping that shouldn't have been rapping. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you shouldn't be picked. Y'all should let the Hoteps pick.
Yeah, a couple of them black folks getting washed by white folks, man.
Washed. I seen malls out there with the bars. And I seen black folks getting washed. I was like, yo, y'all getting washed by the malls. It's never a good look.
No, it isn't. Kaepernick, did the workout happen? Is it this weekend or was it last weekend?
I think it's this Saturday.
Oh, this Saturday?
He working out for the NFL. They said Jay-Z made it happen.
Like, can it be any more obvious? They try to give this is a public relations trying to get Jay-Z a little better look than how he was looking simple, man.
They try to throw him a bone.
Yeah, they try to throw Jay-Z a bone, man.
You don't think he had nothing to do with it?
No. I mean, he might have called him. He did have something to do with it. He was like, yo, man, I'm taking all this heat for the NFL. What the fuck? People go, Beyonce my wife won't sleep with me. She's saying my name is getting dragged in the streets. Y'all got to do something, get my name back.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take care of it. We'll ask Colin Kaepernick for a workout. We'll say you put it together. And here we go.
Yeah. I think it's mighty funny that Kaepernick talked all that shit, and he still want to work for them. And this is you. All right. So here's the better question: do you think he's gonna get picked up by a team?
I don't know.
He definitely is.
Because if the NFL would be smart, they would be like, yeah, fuck it, let's have him pick up with a team that's make sure he'll get to play, and the return to Kaepernick to the NFL football field would be one of the biggest games outside of a Super Bowl of all time.
Yeah, it's his first game back is going to be like the most watched thing ever. You know, he not going to take a knee. But his first game back, he might even get a play. They might even, you know what I mean, let him get a couple of snaps.
Yeah, because people that hate him are going to watch him because they want to see him out there screwing up. Then the supporters are going to watch him because it's Cap back on the field. Some people actually boycotted. Some people ain't stealing. Like I know Maul from Joe Budden's show. He hasn't watched football. That's because of all of Kaepernick. There's plenty of people like him. You bring all them people back on the fold. They'll probably break down all they gave Kaepernick a look, man. It's all settled, man. I'm watching the Eagles again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You saw the Latinx people talking about representation at the Super Bowl?
No, you're talking about
J-Lo. She says something about it's important to have because the Super Bowl halftime show is going to have J-Lo and Shakira.
Yeah.
So she's talking about Latinx having representation at the Super Bowl. And then the black verified women was talking like, oh, I don't like representation when the Latinx are taking the spots away from black folks because Rihanna says she's not doing the Super Bowl because she want to stand with Cap. Da, 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 da. So now the women is complaining about who gonna perform at the Super Bowl. So now we got a East Coast West Coast beef between the Latinx and the blacks. So that's a whole nother story or chapter to this NFL fiasco. It's just one big mess, man.
I saw a clip with that Gina Rodriguez girl, whatever, and that's the Spanish chick all the women get mad at. But my question is, like, what is she supposed to say? She's always poking up, like, they'll talk about women. She always, well, it happens to Latino women too. Like, I mean, of course she's going to stand up for her home team. Like, I don't understand why y'all mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're mad at how can they be mad at Latino people for wanting the same thing y'all want? Y'all want representation in these movies, but when a Latino says they want representation, y'all gonna talk, oh, y'all black anyway, y'all Afro-Latino, oh, y'all white. You know what I mean? That's what I'm like, come on, man. Y'all gotta, I don't understand that how you can do something, but when somebody else wants to do the same thing, y'all black folks seem to get angry or upset about that.
Yeah, I mean, Hotep's been told them that POC title was gonna backfire. Right. We've been told them, like, y'all the only ones trying to rock under this POC thing. The rest of these people, they gonna rock under POC when it's convenient, and they gonna play your ass out when it's not. Y'all the only one trying to group a bunch of people with you that don't want you and don't like you and hate your black skin. The goddamn people south of the border hate niggas more than white people do. Dead serious. Negrito, right? They don't fuck with you. So you want to put this POC thing, then you mad when them niggas is like, yo, nah, we not POC, we want Latinx representation. You should have been on your Black X representation. When you opened up that POC thing, you gave them the right to join the struggle, to join your fight, and co-opt it. That's exactly what you did. The same thing happened during the civil rights movement. It was supposed to be for black people. And what y'all said, oh, this for everybody, and called it civil rights. Now I want my own special rights. The coaches got their special rights. I want my special rights. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where we keep messing up. Everybody around us, and this is my thing, like with nepotism, people want to fault me for wanting to be black first. People want to fault me for saying white people should be white first. But I'm like, yo, everybody else is they group first, right? Like I saw a meme today. It said, I'm proud to be Asian, an Asian man. I'm proud to be black, a black man. Then it said, I'm proud to be white, a racist. Like being proud to be white makes you racist. And I'm like, and then if you proud to be black, it's like, what about POC? Then it's like, oh, well, what about women? And it just keeps getting divisive. Meanwhile, China don't give a fuck about none of that shit. It's China over everything. Right? And the women fall in line, the men fall in line, everybody falling in line. But everybody else want to have, oh, what about the rights of the individual? The rights of the individual is going to be oppressed by the Arab and Asian world. Y'all keep playing that game. Y'all better group the fuck up. Y'all better get your KKK masks and your hoods together, because y'all going to be displaced if y'all don't. Black people, you better put your motherfucking Malcolm X hat on and get militant out this motherfucker, because we about to get replaced by them Asians in the south of the borders. It's high time. It's high time. But that's really what they're trying to do, is they're trying to create a mixed race people, and they're trying to erase black and white people, and then so you can't really differentiate, and we won't be able to practice nepotism, and then it's just going to be Asians enslaving this new mixed race people under communism. Meanwhile, the coaches is going to have all that free land they done stole from Palestine. They're going to be chilling over there. They're going to leave us to die here in America. I promise you, they're going to leave us to die here in America in 100 years. And they're going to be chilling. They're going to have some of that Syrian land. They're going to have who the other ones, the Kurds. They're going to have some of that Kurdish land, that Turkish land. They're going to have that whole region. They're going to bounce and leave us here to die. And the south of the borders and the Asians going to take this land. Watch my word.
I don't know what you're talking about. Our greatest ally would never leave us like that. They would never do us dirty like that. You're in it to win it.
Ask the USS Liberty what happened.
Oh, man, stop. Man, stop. All right, man. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to the bathroom, man. I'm dead serious.
All right, bro. I'll see you next week, man.
All right, yeah. Thanks everybody coming in, man.
All right.